Hey guys, what's up? Disney Nuts here. How you guys doing? So you can see today we're at Magic Kingdom, and today we're going to talk about a subject that I've wanted to do for a while now, and it's actually where you can get some really good shots with a really small tripod. So without further ado, let's head inside. Now, for some reason, people always think that to be able to get some really good shots, you need some really fancy equipment when it comes down to the tripod. And the fact is, as long as you got something that can hold the camera still and hold it steady, and that the camera is safe, you know, it's not going to tip over or anything like that, you can use literally anything. You can use stuff like, for example, on top of a book, on top of a backpack and stuff like that. Whatever works, works. Another reason why I wanted to do this video is that I know that many people can't travel as often to Disney as I do. So I wanted to show the tripod that I use for these shots and the exact locations and how the photos look. That way, if you're interested in replicating some of the shots, you know what equipment you'll need for it. Now, if you do take any of these shots with the help of this video, feel free to tag me or even post a link to your photo. I'd love to see it. Now, one disclaimer on this video: make sure you have the camera strap around your neck at all times. Now, while you'll see that the camera sometimes is sitting on a tripod, for me, I always have around my neck, no matter the occasion, if it's either a ride, if it's either a long exposure, I always have it around my neck just in case. So now you know. Now, since we are talking of tripods, we are going to be shooting night shots with these tripods, the spots I'm going to show you. But I think it's actually easier if I show you during the day, which is why we're walking around here today. Now, when it comes to shooting the castle here at night, there's a tons of really good spots that I've used before, and it's actually using the infrastructure that's right around it. For example, well, here's one that I've used many times right here, literally. And you just put your tripod here, and you can shoot upwards like this with an angle. And you got this light on, which looks really cool if it's get close to sunset. Here is another one, and these are all great spots, and it works on both sides as well. So this is a couple of spots which I like a lot. Okay, another really cool shot, which is actually one that I just posted recently on my Instagram account, actually behind the castle, which is actually this shot here. And I actually took the photo literally from this spot here. I put my little tripod here and I pointed it this way, and if you got a wide angle, you can actually get the whole building. And it's literally right here on the side of the sidewalk. Now, eventually you do have to you know, be patient with the people crossing, but this is actually a really cool spot. Now, needless to say, just as I'm using some of the sidewalks, you can always use some of the sides of the fountains as well, like this. For example, this is always a good spot. You can put the tripod here, which is what I did, and I shot in this angle, and here's how the shot looks from this spot. Okay, so the next one is actually on the walkways around the castle, and the one that's here on the left side or the right side, depending where you're coming from, is probably the biggest one. And here you have the advantage that you got these posts here, and you can actually set up the camera across here in this spot, and you can shoot in an angle. And this shot I actually posted on my Instagram account the other day, and I did a sunset shot, but it also looks really cool for the nighttime. Here's how it looks. Now, needless to say, this is a perfect photo spot here, and you can see that you got this nice, pretty large wood here that you can actually put your tripod, and you can shoot here at an angle. Now, make sure you shoot at a wide angle so that way you can get all the reflections on the water. Next one is actually here at the Haunted Mansion. There's actually two spots that are pretty good, so let's go ahead and walk in and show you. Now, we're going to come in through the exit, which is okay as long as you don't block anybody. There's a couple of cool shots here that I've posted, and actually it's using some of the I guess this is the fence that you can see here that is right in front of this hearse. And there's two good ones. It's this one here, which is on the right hand side, and then there's one on that other corner. Now, you do need to ask the cast member if you can get in to be able to take a photo, but I'm going to show you how it looks from that side and this side. Now, if you come over to the other side here, which is where the fence is, you can get one or two shots, but I'll be honest with you, if you're shooting with a wide angle lens and a full frame lens, it's going to be so you know, wide that what you're going to get is sometimes just a lot of the grass and a little bit of the structure. But if you want to go ahead and try it, give it a shot. Now as we walk the Splash Mountain, you know there's a wooden walkway here, which is perfect for awesome shots, to be honest with you, of the Tom Sawyer Island as well as the steamboat and a bunch of other goodies, and even an opportunity for some of the fireworks. And if you have a long range lens, you can take the photo here of the Haunted Mansion. Now this bridge is awesome because there's tons of wide spots that you can put here your tripod. Now sadly Splash Mountain is actually closed, but I can still show you a couple spots here that you can take some really good photos from. And just like the other one, this one has here a spot that you can actually put your little tripod here, and you can take a really cool wide shot of this. Here's how the photo looks. Now here's how the fence looks here, so you can see it's a pretty wide thing, so you can put your tripod here no problem. A couple spots that I'd like to show you, but you can see it's closed, but I can show you where it's great to actually put your tripod, which is here. And this is just in front of where the drop happens, and this is great because you can actually have it's two sides, so you can actually put your tripod here. Now if you put your tripod a little bit back and you get some of this, it adds a little bit more dynamic to the photo. But if you put it a little bit forward and do not include this, and you go right there to the low, it looks like you're actually in the water like this. It's coming up here on Thunder Mountain, and there's actually a really good spot here, and it's pretty funny because actually PhotoPass has claimed it today. Check it out. And you can see right here on all these edges you have these wood stakes, which provide for some really good spots to be able to take photos. So yeah, you can see PhotoPass took the spot. Now if you know me, you know that I love fireworks shots, so I'm going to show you a couple spots that you can get some really good Disney enchantment photos using your small little tripod. Let's go. Coming down to the Tomorrowland bridge, there's actually some rocks here to the right, and here provides for some really good photo ops with a small tripod. I'll show you. Starting with this one right here. You got a clear view of all this area, which is awesome. Now another really good spot is actually right across the purple wall here on these rocks, and I've shot this a bunch of times from here, and you can actually get some really cool shots of the fireworks. You'll get the ones that explode from the castle here, and you'll get the ones that explode in the back on this area, and you get all this area, and it provides for some really good photos. Next one is the bridge that is on the other side of Cinderella Castle, and this one sadly does not provide a good spot to be able to put your tripod. I'm going to show you. As you can see, the railing is not big enough for the tripod, but if you want to try something on the floor and shooting in between the rail, you can go ahead and give it a shot. The next area we're going to go to here is in Fantasyland, actually getting close to Be Our Guest and Gaston Tavern. So let's go. Okay, and as you're coming from Cinderella's Castle into Fantasyland, you'll find this bridge here, and you'll find these rocks, which actually provide a great spot for the tripod that you can put. Adjust accordingly, and remember to keep the strap around your neck. Now this spot is awesome because you can get some really cool fireworks exploding over the Beast Castle here on this right on top of the restaurants Be Our Guest, and it's great. The only downside of this spot, so I'll be honest with you, is that you're going to miss some of the stuff that's in the front, but there's actually more fireworks in the back than in the front, so just for you to know. Now another spot is actually right here at the fountain in front of Gaston's Tavern, and it's great for shots. And when the fireworks are actually going off, since it's usually really close to closing time, Gaston's Tavern will usually be closed, so people won't be hanging around this area, but so it provides a really cool photo opportunities of Gaston with the fireworks in the back, like this shot. Now as I'm wrapping up this video, never forget the power of the trash can. This shot actually I took a while back, and I posted it on my Flickr account, and it was funny because I got contacted by a publishing company that they wanted to use the photo on their book, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And it happens to be that the book is a book that sells like unofficial information about Disney, and it sells over 1 million copies, and my photo is actually featured on the centerfold as well as a couple of other photos, which is pretty cool. So again, you don't need a really big fancy tripod for some of the shots. Of course, there's places that you will use it, and there's places that you may not need it, but this video is more dedicated to the people who want to carry the less equipment possible and know where you can get some good shots with a tripod. Okay, so with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we're going to wrap it up here. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe and tag along. We appreciate your support and comments and all that stuff. And that's it. Louis signing off from here from Magic Kingdom. Till then, stay awesome. Bye.
It's just temporary.